All right. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing tonight? I just realized I did not mute myself. Let's try that again. Ah, hello. How's everyone doing tonight? Richie, hello. Um, so it is Friday the 13th today, so I did want to do something a little bit more spooky on the spookier side. I did ask my Discord what they suggested because I didn't actually have any ideas for like specifically because I wanted to do a horror RPG. I was going to do Doki. I was going to do Doki Doki, but tickets not available till tomorrow because it's his birthday. So I know he's probably not here, but wish him happy birthday anyway. Hi Green. Hi Gabe. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? But yeah, I asked my Discord, and they basically just said, revisit your game. So I'll just do that. For those who don't know, I did dabble a little bit in game development. I had an idea for a game that I really wanted to make, so I got RPG. I got RPG Maker MV, and I ended up turning it, like making my own game. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine on this cursed day. That's good. But yeah, so this this um this game I made is almost entirely made by me. I did the programming. I did like 95% of the artwork. I gathered the music myself. I didn't make the music, but it's like royalty free. And yeah, the only bits that really involved other people were what my friend drew like artwork for the introduction cutscene. That was it in terms of artwork. Um, I had two of my friends playtest it, and I had my English teacher and my film teacher back in high school. I had them critique the concept document, not the game itself, but just like the concept document when I was still like working out the details. You made a game, yeah. That's exactly that's and yeah, and I was suggested to like revisit it because this is about 2 years ago, like 2020 when I did this. The fun part was like this was I had this in the works for 4 years technically, or like 4 years ago. I mean, and then I ended up ditching it for about 2 years, and then once the pandemic came around, I ended up actually having the time to work on it, so I did. So yeah, that's what we're getting into today. I'm not actually sure what. Oh, Richie, thank you for the hydrate. Thankfully, I have water on standby. Thank you. But yeah, I don't actually know what else I should do for this thing. I was recommended a speed run. I can definitely do that. Probably maybe like some inside development notes. But outside of that, I don't really know what else I should do. But I guess we can work that out as we can work that out as we go along. So I'm just gonna switch the screen over. Why did it automatically go to that one? There we go. Game's a bit loud. Oh, you know why? Because I was recording. Also, let me get my headphones. Hi, Pichu. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? Let me turn it down a bit for myself as well. How's audio? How's audio here? Like, how's audio now? Also, now I just because I can make chat a little bit bigger because this game is a square, so time to enjoy the stream. Indeed, I will do my best to be entertaining. Game could be a little quieter. Okay. How's that? Is that better? Hold on. Ugh, allergies. Anyway. Better? Okay. So, I guess, how should I start this? Again, like, I made the game, so I know all the intricacies. I guess I could just do, like, a normal playthrough and then, like, make development notes as I go along. For right now, and then I know at one point I want to do, Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Hold on. My microphone's in the way. We should thank you for the hydrate. We should start by thanking mainly Badass Hero for maybe playing the game. Did he play this one? I don't think he did. I remember looking up the name like a couple days ago. I don't think he did. If he did, that'd be awesome, but I don't think he did. Like, relatively speaking, I did not do a good job of advertising it. But I also kind of have a pretty small voice on the internet, so it's not like I'm really that, I'm not really good at, like, getting the word out. But, yeah. So, again, I'll just do that for right now. Just a normal playthrough of the game. I'll talk about the, like, dev notes as I go along. And once we're done, because it's not that long of a game, like, again, like, I completed there's two endings in this game. I completed the normal one in 6 minutes when I sped run it before, and I completed the other one in 14. So it's really dependent on, like, how fast you are with puzzles. Maybe I can beat my time, who knows. But yeah. So, I love you. What do those words truly mean? I mean, I'm not the right person to ask. I don't really know what they mean. I don't understand those words. I didn't understand. Until I met her. Yeah, see, this was the art that I had my friend did. This was like a really long time ago. He probably hates this piece now. Her name is Haruna Piuna. I've known her from my childhood. We've played a lot together. She's kind, caring, fun to be around. The perfect girl. What does she mean to me? I'm at 68 Twitter followers, and I'm thinking about making like a sort of art thing for 69 because it's a funny number. That'd be cool. What do you got in mind? Hey, did you hear? Haruna went missing a few days ago. How awful. She was so nice too. I hope they find her soon. I will find her. They will say what they will, but I will be the one to find her. Her house. Something is telling me to go to her house to look for her. I'll trust this feeling. I'm coming, Haruna. Oh yeah, so the whole by the way, one of the things is the name of this game, Kanojo No Ie, is Japanese for her house. And that was where, like, it came from. I forgot, how do you run? Yeah, so here's the thing also. I made this in RPG Maker MV, hence the category. So I couldn't exactly get rid of this. So I just kind of made it into a joke. I don't know, make a followers only post about 69 follower special, and I'll choose at least one person to get a drawing of their choosing. Oh, that'd be interesting. I really, now that I think about it, I really wish I put more thought into the stats.
Like the I know I made I I put like the school uniform shoes and undergarments for the actual like equipment, but like in terms of like attack and defense and stuff and luck especially, I wish I thought to change that. Give me your Twitter. It's in the it's down here. It's in my panels and like the about me, as well as a link to my YouTube. Um oh fuck, I never. Oh shit. Okay, so originally Haruna's name was Haruka. I ended up changing it, but I forgot to change it here. See, this is why you come back to games later and you can realize the shit that you never actually realized before. One of the things, by the way, you can take this shit off, and I find that hilarious. Yeah, bad game design. I was doing this entirely on my own. Give me a break. I don't think I have, yeah, I didn't add anything for skills, and items does get upgraded as time goes on. Wait, did I, was the head was the shoes? Oof. Anyway, I'll just go around naked, I guess. Um, I made sure I gave. Yeah. Oh yeah. You commented how the wall looks kind of like the floor. Uh, the engine that I used didn't really have like many good like it had wall textures, but like there was not always like ways to discern them. So I just went with like a wood texture for the wall. As long as you could like tell like where like what's going on. Like I'm walking on floor right now, and then like on this is the wall. As long as that's like generally recognizable, then I think it's okay. There's a note on the wall. Control. Yeah, one of the things I got like scrutinized for when I was like asking other people to do this is like there was no like incentive to actually like check this note on the wall. This note actually gave like basically like a rundown of the not only controls but like what you have to do. But I don't know. A lot of people for whatever reason did not check this note. It's important to check everything you can, but be careful as some interactions can trigger death traps. Double checking items objects can also be important, as some things might only be noticed upon closer inspection. Interact with every object, as some objects hold keys or objects to progress. One last thing. You may encounter a blonde individual throughout your adventure. He is your safe point. And with death traps looming around, he is important. Good luck out there. So yeah, I remember like I don't think you can enter back in here if you. I don't have anything else. Yeah, I know. I need to remember because I'm used to like holding like X and stuff in order to. Honestly, I love how I made like the sound like if you're going like through doors that makes sense, but like yeah, never mind. I actually like how I did this like halfway though. I wish I maybe thought of like maybe including. It's just like it looks like the floor with how the wall with the mirror matches the sidewalk. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, like I just worked with what I had. But yeah. This was the first puzzle of the game. I remember you had to look around because the door is locked. There's nothing inside the well. Wait, there is. Nope, just a bunch of bugs. Yeah, the actual like nice crack in the house. Yeah, I hope you remember that actually, because that comes up later. I need to stop pressing that. Yeah, I tried to put as much thought into like the environment as I could. Ah, hello there. You must be Akuma, am I correct? Who are you? My name is Gueo Puna. I am Harna's little brother. Such a cold glance. You really not remember me? Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. Care to save your adventure? I remember when I was designing Guio, I kind of wanted like him, like his like personality to be like very similar to. Do you remember Whitley from Ruby? I kind of wanted to give him that vibe when like with how he spoke, like kind of like unsettling, but he speaks more like an older brother. Oh shit. I mean, I could definitely see it. I don't know, because Whitley was also younger than Weiss, still. So I guess it doesn't matter. There's an envelope inside. There are secret rooms hidden all throughout the house. Finding these secret rooms will require special items that are a result of extra, more complicated puzzles. Secret rooms will have familiar objects in them, and you may bear witness to something upon interacting with such objects. There are 5 in total. Should you find all 5, something special may happen. In addition, you must encounter each secret in order. In other words, Secret 2 will not open up unless you have found Secret 1. Good luck out there. Yeah, so that's another thing, too, because, like, this is how you get the true ending. You get all 5 secrets. Yeah. There actually are a few death traps. I feel like younger brothers would typically speak more carefree and chill, like, "Hey, Protag, how you doing? It's nice to see you." But here's the thing too, because like the relatively this household is meant to be kind of like a pretty like wealthy household, so like I always got the picture like he would be very like refined. Even if he was young, even if he was a younger brother, he would still be more refined than, yeah. He's a precocious little shit. Indeed. But yeah. I don't really know what part to go to show next, because there's 2 death traps. There's actually 3 death traps in this room. And there's also this. Also, why does a mansion escape house have a spare key in a log? I needed a place to hide it. I think it's a good hiding spot. Hello? My crystal. Your... what? Find it. Oh yeah, so that's the other part that I didn't actually bring up. It was more in the description, like when you go download the game. But yeah, this house is looming with quote-unquote spirits. And that's actually why a good portion of this is death traps. I'll show off as much as I can, actually. There's a glass here with a clear liquid inside. What a strange taste. I don't feel so good. Yeah, I have a lot of these sprinkled throughout the game. There's a deadly piano. If I had the animation budget for an actually moving piano, I would have used it, but I didn't, so I just went with what I had. Also, yeah, a lot of these death, like, CGs that are, like, zoomed in and stuff, they're actually not, like, they're just, like, I took a screenshot of, like, the piano, for example, and then I put it into, was that a song reference? No, no. I actually, I will bring that up later. But that one I played particularly was not. But again, like the way I actually did most of the CGs in this one, or like the death animations, they're not actually like in the game itself. I like took a screenshot of like, for example, the piano here, and then I like went into like Pixlr, my photo editor, and I edited it, and then I would have it display an image, and that would be that image. Yeah, this was the first puzzle of the game. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this. All secrets must be attained in order. For number 1, the storage room may contain more than you might think. For number 2, double check a certain painting, but don't get too hasty. For number 3, an artistic demon child lurks somewhere in this house. He only likes certain colors in a certain order. His diary must be somewhere. For number 4, your wit alone will not be enough to uncover the secret. The key is not, however, in the same room. Try checking the other rooms on that floor. Or number 5, you're on your own with that one, but don't close your eyes to the hint the house will give you. Yeah, I still... Here's the thing, too, because, like, I thought it was pretty... I thought these were pretty subtle. Like, they didn't give it away, but they still, like, gave hints to it. That was the whole purpose of that book. And although I feel like it is kind of redundant considering this is here, but, I don't know. I could have probably just included it all in that one book. Or, actually, I don't know, because this one's a little bit off to the side, while the other one's fairly fairly out there. Also, I really wish I had, like, a carpet here. Because it feels like there's just a lot of empty space here. Am I the inspiration for the artistic demon child? I don't think I knew you when I was making this game. An extremely detailed mannequin of a knight. It kind of looks a little too real. It's blocking the way, though. I wonder how I can move it. Yeah. So the actual... yeah, because, I mean, obviously, I think we're giving up on, like, on having other people play it at this point. But the secret would be just to take a spear from here. Wait. Because that also got... You know what? Screw it, actually, because I wanna show that. Hold on. Oops. Well, I guess not. Never mind. I wanted to load it, but then I remembered you can't actually do that from here. So what would you do with the spear? This was just a mannequin, right? I'll go save because I have a few death traps in the other room as well. Coding overloaded. Better not. Oh, god damn it. Really? Okay. If we're already experiencing those issues, that's not going to go well. Okay, here's what I'll do. I don't know if I can do it from here. Okay, hold on. My model's going to go AFK for a second. Options, resolution, launch. I feel like I should ask why exactly our character's first incentive to seeing a mannequin he said looked too real was to stab it with a spear. Well, that's the thing though. Like I needed. You need a way to push it to get it aside, but you can't exactly push it to the side. So what do you do? I think I'm... Yeah, okay. So quality will be a lot worse, but that's okay. I forgot you can actually get around by just clicking. I forgot you could do that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I included... When you walk on the corpse, it makes a sound. Okay. A lot of the props in here are like relatively like just you have a line, so you just like know what the hell it is. But a good portion of it actually isn't super important. But they are there. But I was just staring at the rope. So I guess the mannequin was, well, not that. I like leaving it up to the interpretation, or not interpretation. It could, yeah, like it could be just a person that's standing still, or it could be a mannequin with blood inside. You never know. I don't want to leave it. I don't want to explain it either. Okay, so far we're not encountering whatchamacallit issues, so that's good. Yeah, I can see some text engraved inside. I have a lot. Yeah, okay. Some of them I feel like kind of are obnoxious, I guess, but thank you for having the proper grammar before killing me. What, you want to be a Kuma here? Okay. Yeah, I didn't leave any other death traps in this room. Extremely broken down crate. Nothing of value seems to be inside. Hold on. There actually seems to be something at the very bottom. You got a lighter. Is there anything I can burn around here? You got a crystal ball. Does this belong to anyone? I don't recall Haruna taking up fortune telling. I'm not sorry for this. I'm not. I forgot I never talked to her before. Excuse me, is this yours? My crystal ball. You found it. You gave the crystal ball to the spirit. Thank you. And that was basically the tutorial floor. I guess I should have seen that coming if he was staring at the road. Yeah. This one is where it gets a little bit interesting. Yeah. Before we actually go into there, first off, let's talk to you. Hello? Who dares to speak to me? I need to get past here. Can you let me through? I have no intention of letting someone like you pass this point. Why not? My reasoning does not matter. You cannot pass. Is there anything I can do to convince you? I could use a drink. Fetch me some tequila from the cellar. You think you can get past it? I remember there was one RPG Maker game where the main gimmick was that your protagonist would die at any point for any possible reason. Like, if you could think of the way you die, that you probably would. Yeah, I like a lot of RPGs that do that, just because like you got to be on your toes. You gotta like show like a level of like doubt for almost everything. I'll start with this. Eh. This was probably one of my favorite bits to work on in this entire game. But no, I did not break my own game. I hope I made the bathroom pretty spooky. Even though I'm aware it's probably not the scariest thing, but I'm still proud of it. Now this one was an interesting one to work on. I'll get this one out of the way first. It does chase you around the room. Here, get me. So there's no point to the room beside the spooky. Yeah. Shy guy face. Yeah, I probably should have made something a little bit scarier. But you can. Here's the interesting thing: you can actually escape it by leaving the room. Then it's just replaced with the bloodstain. Okay, yeah, but here's the gimmick of this room. So text is on the stone pillar. The floor plates lead to onward. The artwork know the order. And when I was getting people to play test this part, it was kind of hard to direct them. Like, what they had to do. I thought it was pretty straightforward, but they kept missing it. Put it simply, there's 4 plates. There's 4 tiles here. You press on the pressure plates. You have to press them in the right order, and then you press on this, and then a thing will pop down from the sky. It's as simple as that. It's a pretty simple puzzle. And in order to get them, you have to check the paintings. A picture of an ugly woman hangs on the wall. A symbol of a sun is on her shirt. Looking closer, the frame says number 1. Of course, the developer of the puzzle would find it straightforward. You made the puzzle. Yeah, but like I'm also talking about like how I set up like how you would find the answer to this puzzle. Like yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward. The text pillar tells you the artwork knows the order, and then I describe the symbols on the paint on their respective thing. I don't know. I thought it was even like from a non-developer standpoint, I think it would be pretty straightforward. But like how I make fun of like how some people look at art. But yeah, it seems pretty straightforward because it is. It is. And I know the order. If you press on the 4 and you don't, here's the one thing I did wish I added. If you pressed on the 4 in the correct order, it should give a sound to tell you like a ding. Like I wish I thought of that. Now it's too late, but I wish I thought of that. Something falls from the ceiling. What's this? You got a playroom key. It's an unfinished painting. It includes an extravagantly decorated sword. It has a curved cross symbol on the hilt. Looking closer, the text says number 3. That's why and that one refers to this one. But yeah, before we leave, actually wait, no, we can't do that yet because I forgot. You can always make another version of this thing, probably like a DX. If I'm gonna make a DX version of this game, I would probably want to like redo like all the art and the backgrounds and stuff, but that would take a lot of work as well, and especially since like I'm on my own, so. Bush, there's a crack in the wall behind it. So we can use the lighter we got in the other room. That's a large crack. There's got to be something behind it. I don't have anything to break it. Oh yeah, I forgot to go grab the... Yeah, it was this. There's some kind of powder in this bag. What the? Something's laying on top of the powder. Got a hammer. What's this doing here? I wonder if I can use it anywhere. Yeah, but that's like, I told you like I told you in that book that like the storage room contains more than you think, and so instead of just the crystal ball, and the note on the wall before says to double check things. So. What's this? Meet me after school at our spot. I'll bring my dolls again for you. Wait, is this? These flashbacks especially were like a kind of a strange thing for me because like obviously like from a storytelling point of view, they could be better. But I guess I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Also, just like how I did some of them. Snap. Ow! Ah, I'm sorry. My toy. I can still fix it. Just do what Mommy taught. Snap. No. Now, the one thing I wish I did do is I wish I altered it so it's not stepping on, like she steps on it, because that just like, it doesn't feel like it works. But maybe it's like something else. Like when she steps forward to grab the toy, and then like I don't know, fails to do what her mom taught. I feel like that would have been better than this. I can still, huh? Oh, look out! There he goes again. How dare you? Only bad luck after all. Omen. Hey there. Why are you crying? Everyone keeps calling me an omen. What's an omen? I don't know, but it's something bad. Everyone thinks I bring bad luck. And they're right. Everyone hates me. What is it? You don't seem that bad. Huh? Yeah, you don't seem bad at all. Why don't you play with me during recess? I have some dolls we can play with. What? But then people will tease you for being with me. That's okay. I'll protect you. Okay. What's your name, by the way? Okuma. Okuma Omoyari. What's yours? My name is Haruna Piana. I hope we get along. Yeah. Ah, that's right. I met her that day. She talked to me for the first time and invited me to play with her to cheer me up. She was the first person to talk to me like any normal person would. I have to find her. And that is secret number 1. I do wish I was better at writing conversations and stuff. I wish I was just better at writing in general. But that's what I went with. Although, again, even now, I know there's stuff wrong with it, but the strange thing is I can't exactly pinpoint what is wrong with it. I kind of mentioned this on Twitter yesterday. But I feel like there's things wrong with it, but I can't pinpoint what feels wrong with it. A picture of a man hangs on the wall. He has a creepy expression. So let's sort the painting there before. Now, this is your chance to walk away, because you have to interact with it twice. If you interact with it a third time... yes. I should totally make a video, actually, on, all the deaths, because I know I can get them all. I remember them all. But the way you do that from there is just leave. You heard something crumbling on the other side. This wasn't here before. This has to be what I heard crumbling. Head inside. Yeah, the way I wanted to because I didn't add text for these. Like, you try to interact with them, you can't. My thought process was to go for the only dress in here that actually is different from all the others. Because all the other ones you can see at least one of at every point, but this one you can't. This is the only one. And that was my thought process of making it this one. What a pretty dress. I remember Haruna talking about this dress. This dress, there's something in the pocket. A picture of her and a younger girl? No, it couldn't be. That Akuma really freaks me out. His name, his red eyes, it's creepy being around him. He's totally a demon. If you look at the first secret, that's the dress she wears. If you see that, you're probably going to notice that. Indeed. Why are you friends with him, Haruna? You know you'll only have bad luck around him and you'll be unhappy forever, right? We're only in 3rd grade. We still have so much to do. We can't get cursed yet. Again, I kind of feel like this kind of feels like knocking it over the head, but I also didn't really know how else to really phrase it. I don't really remember my 3rd grade speech patterns that much. It's a little hard to, and it's hard to find examples as well. She'll be unhappy forever because of me? I don't want her to be unhappy, but she's my only friend. What are you talking about? Akuma isn't a bad person at all. What? What? He's actually really, really nice. He's also really shy, so he's a great partner when we play with my dolls. Akuma's a good person. That's why he's my friend. Jeez, Haruna. That kindness is gonna get you in a lot of trouble someday. Well, alright, but don't come crying to me when you get cursed. Why did she defend me? Did she know I was here? No, she would have called out to me if she knew. Did she really call me her friend? Maybe she really pities me, or maybe she actually likes me? I don't know. Ah, that's right. She had no reason to defend me, but she did. She really did like me. She... So that's secret number 2. The playroom key that we got in the other one. Oh, I should note that you can also go south here. That's actually how you get behind here. Whatever this is, it's broken into so many pieces that I can't tell what it is. Remember this room for later. Wait a second. Oh, I remember why. It's locked. Use the playroom key. What a nice chair. There's something under the chair. Got a tiny stone. What is this? It looks like you could fit into somewhere. It looks like a bathroom, but far from it at the same time. A ton of toys fill up the box. Remember this room. The paper is wrapped by string. I can see through the paper. There's just a bunch of drawings. Nothing special. There's a lot of artistic materials, books, and sculptures on the shelf. Inside the box is a ton of arts and crafts equipment. I hope you don't mind me making all the comments. I actually appreciate you making the comments because I haven't really gotten that much criticism on this game yet, and that's one of I keep reaching out to people asking for them to play this because I do want criticism. So I'm actually pretty thankful for you. Wait, what's that? You got an incomplete key. What is this? It's missing the part you hold on to. I wonder if these two will go together. Put the incomplete key and the tiny stone together and create the garden key. I wonder where this goes. This fucking place. You remember this place? So I've also seen some, funny enough, I've seen some people, they grab, because you can grab crayons here. But they'll maybe, grab, one of them, but they will forget to grab the rest. This is a door, but it's missing its knob. There's no way to open it. Let me save as I then show you what happens if you talk to them. Because they totally seem friendly, don't they? Totally. Anyway. That was the only death trap there. Hey, that seems normal, right? Right. Okay, so that key we just got, that goes here. Oh, come on. What do you mean encoding's overloading? Alright, so this place is an interesting one. I can see a key on top of the lily pad there. I can't reach it from here, though. Is there a door in the hidden fireplace there? No, it actually isn't. I probably should have done something with the fireplace, but I didn't. But when it comes to this place, there's actually a lot of hidden death traps here. And the way you proceed, a lot of people miss this one. I think every single person has missed this because what I wanted to do was you see that sparkle on top of the lily pad there. My thought process was that sparkle indicates that there's something there, but they don't notice it. I probably should have had it animated, but I didn't know how to animate it at the time. So there are a lot of areas. Actually, there are four death traps in this garden. I'll start with the easy one. How come he can't go into what seems to be at most a foot deep lake of water? I don't actually. That's a good question. That's actually. I mean, it's not. I don't know actually why I didn't allow him to do that. If it's too late for me to like, because if I come up with a reason now, it just feels like I'm just projecting. But I wish I thought of something there. Here's an idea. Alright, what's your idea? Piranhas? Oh, piranhas could have been a neat idea. I don't know if I had any sprites for them, but if I did, that certainly would have worked. Give him a picture of his friend that he keeps in his pant pockets that he wouldn't want to get wet. Oh, that could. I mean, that could work too. I don't know how I would incorporate that into the story. I mean, because the only thing that would work kind of is like an Easter egg if you like look into your pocket. I guess no. I guess he can make a comment on it as well. Oh, I like the idea of piranhas though. That would have been a good. That would have been a good one. And then, like, give an option to go into the water, and then, but if you do, then you just get eaten alive. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. There's this. Something in the branches of this tree. Shake the tree? Huh? A frog? Why would he have it on him at all times if you were talking about, like, the picture? I mean, honestly, it kind of is in character for him. I mean, or not in a wall. Well, I don't know. Yeah, that part, yeah. But I would understand him actually having it in his pocket for reasons that we'll see later. But, yeah. Or any kind of again that's the only contradiction or like loophole with that idea. That he probably would normally keep it in like a wallet or in like a locket, so there's no reason for him to like not want it because it would be protected. Something in the branches of this tree. Shake the tree. I hear something crawling down the tree. Oh god. Reuse death animate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. To be fair, I think that's. I didn't really do it that much. I did it like a couple times, but it was kind of hard because again, I'm like doing this thing entirely on my own. And at this point, I wasn't good at digital art yet. Like I could work with it kind of, but I wasn't specialized in it. I'll do the last death trap now. What is this? Pollen? My head feels like it's swelling. If I had a problem with it, I would say that I didn't like it or something. Okay, duly noted. So if you say you don't like it, then it really does not work. Yeah, so those are the 4 death traps in here. If you shake this tree, you get a long stick, which I probably should have just made it simpler and make it be a branch. Got it. Got a cellar key. Now where is this cellar? I chuckled at his head just going wide for a second. That's honestly kind of what I was going for. I did want like a good portion of these death animations to be more funny than they are brutal, because there's so many of them. Jail cell door installed. Price $599. Only can be closed from the entrance side. Leave and re-enter to reopen the door. This one I actually had to go back and re-edit it to fix this, because it like a lot of people were missing this because there's no good way to know where you have to stand. So what I did is like this shadow that I'm standing on right here, that's where you have to stand, then you interact with it. That's how you close the cellar door. I should have done a better job. Like, this is the best I was able to do at this point. A ton of alcohol is lined up on the shelf. There's a variety to choose from, too. Wait, I never interacted with the guy. Okay, so here's another kind of design flaw that I didn't really think about until it was too late. I wish, because here's the thing too. It seems important to know that you need to close it. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like I included like clues and stuff like to know that you would need to close it. But a lot of people end up missing it. So I guess I should have found a way to make it more obvious, but I didn't really know how to. Like, there's the guy's warning about a thing. There's the sign here saying the jail cell door. There's a shadow showing where you have to stand, and then you can interact with it. But maybe what I could have done is like alter the sign a little bit more. I'm surprised they would keep an alcoholic backyard under this. They're not. The family's not really a normal family. I think that would be kind of obvious at this point. But yeah, my thought process for this was like, if you notice how we had to go all the way back to that one guy. My thought process was like, if you didn't talk to him, then how would you know what to get from here? That was my thought process. So then, like, you need to have talked to him at least once to know to get this from the cellar. But yeah, I understand it probably would be a pain in the ass to or you wouldn't even really know how to go back to talk to that guy, so you would know to get tequila from the cellar. Let's get to that goat. Something's coming. Now, this bit was one that I liked seeing people struggle with. If you notice how fast he was, if he begins running, he'll chase you all the way down to the beginning. Yeah. The fun thing about that, yeah, he's fast enough. Well, he'll outrun not only your walking speed, but also your running speed. But he also gives you a head start. So the idea behind it is fairly obvious. You lock the door behind him. But here's the interesting thing, because I found a glitch while I was working on it, and I didn't know how to fix it. But can you walk to the left and right? You can, but he will follow you. He chases you specifically as the character. Oh, god damn it. I should probably fix that. Oh, he tracks your exact player location. Yeah, he doesn't just go in a straight line. He goes directly like for you. That should be a lot easier. So yeah, I can show you too. Now that we've like saved in that spot, I can just make things easier and show you. Like you saw him turn. You saw him turn there. Oh come on, encoding. Question? Shoot. Can you walk to the left and right and then hold up? You can, but he'll still chase you. Also, he's like relatively he's fast enough where like once he turns, he turns once he's like caught up to you. At that point, like if you're on the left or right side, he basically turns like right when he catches up to you, and at that point it's too late to go up. And also, even if you did, he's faster than you, so he'll catch up to you regardless. But here is an interesting glitch that I found actually when I was working on this. If you hold shift like while you're getting out of this text, and you immediately run down, he doesn't come. I was wondering if he would be like stuck up looking right there or something. Yeah, so that was an interesting glitch, and I found that while I was in development, thankfully. So I actually thought of an interesting countermeasure for it. If you go straight, because most people, I guess, like, one of the thought process would be, like, go straight down, but don't lock the door. So I made it, if you escape after that, I thought that was an interesting way to make sure that, like, they can't just, like, run and ignore the door. But you can still exploit it. You can go down. I went too far. I went too far. It is a high precision thing though. Like you do have to be pretty precise with it. Even if you exploit the glitch, if you mess up, you're still probably gonna die. So the monster locked into a vertical path with the ability to look left and right. He actually can walk to the left and right as well, but again, like he's usually fast enough where he will catch, like, if you, because there's also like there's only like one way to go, or there's only like 3 spaces here. So also I made it to make, I did test it, make sure he can't actually get past the bars if he does oh, you know what I can actually maybe do? I mean, now it's... Oh, wait. You know what I can do, actually? I can just, kill myself. Whitehead. This might be a little bit hard to... I was able to do it during playtesting. I'll see if I can do it now. Because I have to trigger... I have to make sure, like, he does spawn. So I can exploit the glitch to get down there, but... I was too late. I should have ran. I wanted to know if he can move because there's like 2 tiles to the left and right at the side. Yeah, that's why I was saying. Oh, you're talking about that. Not if he actually can move, then I guess there won't be a problem. Yeah, I'll try to showcase it if I can. It's a little hard to do, but because I gotta make sure I exploit the glitch to get down here, but I also like make sure he's triggered so I can still show it. Yeah, I never knew how to fix this. Damn it, he didn't show up. I think it's like 1 above that. It's like 1 tile above that, because I went directly in the... Yeah. It's tough. It's tough, because like, again, I tried my best to fix it so like it wouldn't be that to begin with, but no, if you move far enough away from that event, it won't happen. I stopped right in front of the shadow tile. It's very precise. Almost at it. I like how this is what I'm doing now, trying to like just try to like get the just trying to get the ghost in like such a specific spot, so I can make fun of it. I went past it. I wish I could kind of slow down. I wish I could slow it down, but I can't. I need to stop going that far down. I could definitely probably walk, but the only issue I have with walking is I might be too slow. That one I went too far up. Alright, I'm not giving up until at this point, I'm just too stubborn to give up until I actually get it. I kept... Time for another pointless question about the sequence. Can you get the tequila from the far right left side if you have the ghost spawn on that side? No, it doesn't work that way, because the way the event works is he spawns directly in the center. I actually don't... I'm pretty sure you can still trigger, like, the event from there, but he spawns directly in the center. Oh, wait, never mind. You actually can only pick it from... You can only pick her up from here. Yeah, if I... It's so specific. It's so precise in timing. But it is possible. I've done it before. Why don't you try pressing up twice, down 3 times, and then up again? Yeah, again, it's just like, I gotta do it very fast. Oh, wait, never mind. That is the... Got it. Duly noted. I thought the trigger tile was... I thought the trigger tile actually really... Like, I say trigger tile, but it's not actually supposed to be a trigger tile. It's just like, you're far enough away. You're far enough away. Okay. Up, then I guess maybe I need to wait a little longer. I know if you get him to spawn, but you're able to close the door on him, you can, like, you'll be able to see him through the bars. And then, like, if you go to the left or right, he'll follow you. But he can't actually go through the bars, so he's kind of just stuck there, and you can make fun of him. Why is it so inconsistent? You've lost interest at this point? Alright, I'll do this like one more time then. And just... Yeah. Close the door. And make a break for it. And that's the end of the garden. Fished my tequila yet? Yeah, right here. Oh, you actually got it? Even with it there? You gave the tequila to the spirit. You may pass. Thank you. Before we go up, I actually want to bring up something. Remember that one room that we showed before? Now that we grab the crayons, can you stop overloading and coding? Yeah, now this guy's here. You there, woman? Yes? You have crayons? Yeah, I do. Me like you. Me like drawing. Have you draw something on wall? I'm sorry, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. Fine. Good. I want specific colors. Excuse me? You want to say only certain colors. And those colors would be... That no fun. You figure out. Whatever. Okay, so, like, once you talk to this guy, like, you can click on this wall here. Yeah, the Demon Art Kid. Yep. You can click on the wall to begin your quote-unquote drawing. But here's the thing. You only get one shot at it, because if you fail, he kills you. There actually is an area to know what the order is. It's actually coming up, so I'd like to get that done first. His diary, indeed. And it's right here. Just a silly designed book that's standing out compared to the rest of the books on the shelf. Day? Question mark. Me like drawing. Me love finding spots on wall to make good drawing. The daughter of household is so pretty. Me love her hair. She has nice hair color. This is my second favorite color. No beat first though. Ventured into new area today. It was very beautiful. Flowers and nature everywhere. Me love color of place. Third favorite color. Me meet another today. Me go to playroom and me meet group with them. The dresses were very pretty colors. Me like the sky one more. They were my first and fourth favorite colors. If you haven't guessed from there, well, actually, you could take a second actually to guess the colors. He wants me to draw something. I guess it doesn't matter what I draw. He only seems to care about the colors used. Actually, I'll showcase what happens if you get it wrong. No! Huh? That's not right color! You ruined wall. Now die! I don't know. I thought it was funny. Or, like, silly enough. But yes, the order is... Light blue. He seems alright with that. Yellow. Seems alright with that. Green. And red. Yay, drawing look awesome. He seems to like it. Thank you, mister. I wish I kind of made the drawing interactable, but the demon left something here. You got a doorknob. You might be asking, what the hell would I use a doorknob for? The doorknob fits into the door hole. Put the doorknob in the door. Looking closer at the maps, this looks kind of weird. Now, under normal circumstances, you'd have to remember this. We would have to remember this for later. It's a little hard, but remember this map. If you trigger the doll event and go right into the door, will the event stop? Yes, but it will trigger again once you enter the room. So here's how the dolls work. When you talk to them, it registers every single one of the dolls in that room as death, as a death, like when you enter, like when you touch them, they cause death, and they will all chase you. But you can technically escape into like outside of that room once you trigger that event. It's possible. But they're also stuck in that phase after that. So if you re-enter the room, then they're not going to be back to standing still. They're all going to chase after you immediately. So you can escape it, but then you make it so you can never go back in there again. But I recommend remembering these. A gold necklace with a crystal beads sits on the pedestal. Hang on, this necklace seems incredibly familiar. Ah. Oh yeah, one other thing, like this was another cutscene that I really wish I had better critiqued, because I really don't like how I did this cutscene. Like, it accomplishes what it needs to, but I don't like it. Nothing. Why is our luck so bad? We've been trying for 5 years and it's always a losing ticket. You should know the answer to that already. I know it's bad luck, but this is absurd. You look so tired. You too. How come you couldn't use the wall texture here for your character's house? I think if I remember correctly, because I did that house first, and at that point I didn't know these textures were there. I found this out like very much later. I hope this bad luck isn't really because of him, right? I don't know, honey. I really wish I did not make him like caring parents. If that makes sense. I wish I just went all the way with it. Hey, Akuma. Oh, sorry. What's up? Are you okay? I'll be fine. What did you want to tell me? Alright then. Do you believe in spirits? Where's this coming from? No reason. Well, do you? You believe in spooky spirits? Well, if I ever saw one, I'd probably think it's my imagination. Oh, you're no fun. Oh, before I forget. I found these lying around. Some crystal balls. Yeah, they're haunted. They belong to a ghost lady. If you don't have one, she curses you. You totally made that up. Oh, come on. Hey, you should totally take one anyway. You're giving it to me? Yeah, take it so you don't get cursed. Well, alright. Hey, I have an idea. Can I borrow a second crystal real quick? Huh? Oh, sure. Here. A necklace? Yeah. It's so pretty. Hey, make one for yourself too. We can make these our friendship bracelets. What's that? They're like signs of our friendship. Let's stay friends, Akuma. Huh? Yeah, we'll be friends forever. Ah, that's right. We declared an everlasting friendship that day. You know, thinking back, I think this was the day that I truly fell for her. I couldn't imagine myself with anyone else. It was only Haruna. Haruna. So is that why there was a skeleton lady? Yeah, it was. I wanted it to be a kind of a reference to that, and like tie them together a little bit. One other point I should probably notice: when you open up the next area, Quio will no longer be in his previous spot. He will be in the new area. Like right now, he's up here. I'm impressed you've made it up here. You must really want to find her, don't you? Who are you, really? My, am I being suspected for her going missing or something? I'm quite scared. I can assure you, however, I am not the cause of her absence. I can sense you still don't trust me. But it's not like it matters. I'm only here for one thing. Care to save your adventure? I wish you luck. I forget if I can do that now. I think I can. It's a book about romance. How to confess to someone you like. Hey Green, guess what? What's up? It's a book about romance. How to confess to someone you like, as well as tips for when you're in a relationship. Oh, there's something between the pages. You got a cupcake bookmark. Okay, alright, I'll ask for... You've been following my Twitch channel for almost 10 months now. 10 months? Jesus, have I been around for that long already? I know my anniversary is relatively coming up soon. I think it's in July. I don't actually have any plans for my Twitch anniversary. I don't really celebrate that as much. I celebrate my YouTube one a lot more. That's cool though. Thank you. July 9th is when I followed. So I think it might be around then. I forget exactly when I started streaming on Twitch. Alright, but I will ask. Would you rather do the secret first, or would you rather do the main story progression? In the meantime, I'm gonna get more water. I am out of water. But this is enough to get me through. At least for a little bit. Yeah, secret, since if you do the second ending, you won't have to do the secret again. Yeah, that's true. Although, I set it up so you'll always... There's two endings. You'll always get the normal ending if you do anything but... Like, if you get 0 to 4 of the secrets... You will always get the normal ending, but if you get all 5, then you get the true ending. But yeah, all right, we'll do that one first. All right, so the way I set this up, you see all the books on the floor. Books stuck to the ground. Starting point. So you were seeking the truth. I see. It's no longer stuck to the ground. Looking on the back, there's some text engraved on it. A great pastime. Hell, you're doing it right now. Beware. Choose wrong, and your life is forfeit. If you do not wish to uncover us, leave and come back. We will not harm you. Alright, from this point on, if you pick the wrong book, it will kill you. Wrong. This related to the map. No, that will be the next one. So, Kyujitsu? No. Snow? No. Sweets? Screw it, I'll just go with what it actually is. Gaming! I love gaming. You can forget all your worries and play your stress away. Sure, some may try to ruin that, but in the end, it doesn't matter. The goal is to have fun. It's no longer stuck to the ground. Looking on the back, there's some text engraved on it. I love these. I love having them inside me, and I love the process of putting them inside me as well. So does this house have like a main living room? Or is it like or is this family like no TV? I didn't have a TV sprite that I could use. This was if I had one, I probably would have found an area. There was a monitor, like a computer monitor, but there was no TV. Yeah, we gaming out here. We are indeed gaming out here. That can be taken in so many ways, and that's exactly how I wanted it to be. In this case, it's sweets. Sweets are amazing. There's so many different types. Donuts, candies, pastries, chocolate, the list goes on and on. If I didn't have sweets in my life, I would just die. It's still stuck to the ground. Insert the cupcake bookmark. It's no longer stuck to the ground. You must be a lady. Drawing. Not quite. Barbecue? Not quite. Elegant mannerisms? Yeah. It's important to be as proper as you can. Stand up straight. Have confidence. And more importantly, talk elegantly. With practice and proper training, you can become an elegant lady in no time. It's no longer stuck to the ground. Look on the back, there's some text engraved to it. The singular door is open. That's oddly specific. Yeah. I think that one was the easiest one out of them all. Alright, so when it came to this one, a singular door is open. That was my thought process was the only bookshelf that's singular. All the other ones are either 3 or 2, but this is the only one that's just on its own. A lot of people did not catch it. Looking closer, I can see the moving mechanism. What's this? I recognize this. This is a yearbook from my high school from last year. Last year. Ah. I mean, there's another singular shelf combined with a double. Yeah, but that's the point. It's combined with a double. Yeah, watch it. Sorry. Wait, aren't you Akuma Mayari? Uh-oh. If we stick around, he'll probably curse us. We need to go now. Hideki. You're right. I'm so sorry. Please don't curse us. We'll get out of your face now. Oh, Akuma. Hey, what's up? Hey, Arna. Not much. What are you up to? Not much either. Huh? Who's this? Oh, you haven't met Takeshi yet? Hey there. My name's Takeshi. It's nice to meet you. Oh, hey, you're Akuma Mayari, right? I don't think there's much cause to our character being cursed, and more so just clumsy. The thing is, it's all in the name. It's in his name. There's two reasons why. There's two things specifically. Like, outside of just like all of the thing, like the first cutscene aside, but the other things too is his eyes are like a demon red. But more importantly, Akuma. The name Akuma means demon, and Omayari also is like I think Omayari is also like bad luck. So like I wanted him to like allude to an omen as much as I possibly could. That's what the character Akuma is in Street Fighter. Yeah, Akuma means demon in Japanese. And that was why I went with that name. And that's also why like Akuma in Street Fighter goes by that name, cuz like he uses a demon like fighting style. Oh, don't worry. I don't believe in those superstitions. On another note, I haven't bought lunch yet. I'll be right back. So how'd you two meet? He's in my science class. He's been my science partner for about a year. So your boyfriend? What? I mean, no, but he's, I mean... Yeah, I guess there's no hiding it from you, huh? Well, he's not my boyfriend per se, but I do like him. Wow, I can't believe I said it. You think he likes me back? Akuma? Huh? Oh, yeah. I hope he does too. I think I'll try confessing soon. Maybe he'll accept. Yeah. Hello? Anyone here? This is where the note told me to go. I wonder what for. Oh, hey there, Akuma. Were you the one who called me here? Ah, that's right. He was gonna take her from me. So I stopped him. That's all. There was nothing wrong about what I did. There was nothing. So anyway, I'm right. Damn, let's go. My non-Japanese knowing ass. No, wait. Damn, let's go. My non-Japanese knowing ass was right about something. Okay. Oh, I see. This is a yandere story? Is that what the term is called? Well... It's a phone. I need a password to look into it. That doesn't seem to be it. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about also when I was talking about computers. Like, there's a monitor, but not really a TV per se. That's a pretty big monitor. Seems like it's connected to the computer. This drawer seems to have a lock on it. I should have had an Easter egg if you input 1987. Oh, that would have been so. That would have been funny. I may or may not want that Markiplier emote. There's a couple of poems on the ground. Read some. There's a couple more. There's one more. So Toasty, you play this? He actually was one of my playtesters, yeah. What was it, 4782, I think? Yeah, 4782. Interesting little tidbit, if you continue. I was gonna say there was a lot of pages. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, so that's how you would find that. If you continue too long, then you end up dying. But you usually find the passcode and you stop right there. Seems that was it. Let's take a look here. There's a text conversation here. Did you get it? Yep, I did. Perfect. When can you get it here? Probably tomorrow. I'm extremely tired. What did you do to the book anyway? I slipped a code into that book. Did you save after doing the secret? Yeah, I did. Oh? What for? A safe. I keep everything important in there. I see. Regardless, I'll get it to you tomorrow. Thank you, Jim. A code, huh? There must be something important in this safe. Yeah. Alright, so all the books on the ground are for the secret, but the way to progress the story, the books are on the shelf. You just have to research each book. But the one I wish I kind of hinted to, but the one you actually want to do is right here. Human evolution. There are various facts about the process of human evolution in here. The different stages. Interesting. There's something wedged into the pages here. 2936. And that only opens up if you've seen the text conversation. That was it. Let's see here. Anything to get rid of that statue? Got a tiny stick of dynamite. Whoa. Why would Mr. Puna have something like this? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It should be enough to blow up the statue without absolutely destroying the place. So, is the plot of the game that we're looking for a friend who somehow figured out about you killing her love interest, so she started hiding from you, and something along the way the house slowly becomes haunted? It becomes a little bit more obvious, like the spirits part becomes a little bit more obvious in the true end. Like it's pretty like a lot of the things don't make sense if you don't see the secrets, and I kind of wanted it to be that way. It encourages you to go for the true end. Because outside of that, the spirits thing just kind of doesn't really make sense. But I explain it in the true end, which is what I'm going for. The statue's in the way. Use the dynamite. Alright, it's placed. I should get away before it blows. Alright, it worked. Alright, so that's the thing. If you don't get away if you don't get away in time, it's just you just die. But it's not that interesting. It's the same animation, but nothing there. So is this a tragedy of a story like Romeo and Juliet? You'll see. I must say I'm very impressed. The attic is the final floor of the house. Will you find her? No, that's beside the point. Anyways, care to save your adventure? I wish you luck. Wondering how I got here? Well, I know a few ways to get around. Well, that's beside the point. Anyway, care to save your adventure? No? Alright, come to me if you wish to save. Alright. So, if we continue upward, we get the normal ending. And I saved, so I'm going to get the normal ending first, and then we'll do secret number 5. Which is by far the hardest secret. Yeah, called teleportation. Oh? You going up? Ascend to the attic? There's no turning back. Haruna. Akuma? Heh, found you. I suppose you did. You know, I had a feeling. I knew you would find me. We should probably go. It's not safe here anymore. Yeah, that's true. Let's go home, Akuma. Quote-unquote good end. I don't know why, but I feel like the word ascend was used on purpose here. It kind of was. It kind of was. But that's the quote-unquote good end. I'm not going to say anything. Yeah, I just hope the big thing about the quote-unquote good end is I hope it's unfulfilling. So yes. One more thing. I really wish I included one extra layer of wood, like one more like tile of wood above, like tile row of wood above this. So it would be instead of like a three tile hallway, I wish I made 4, and specifically to make this hint a little bit easier. If you missed it, this is supposed to be an arrow pointing directly downward. It's locked. It's gotta be a key somewhere. Alright, so this... Yeah, you did not realize that, and I did... Yeah, that's why I'm saying I probably should have done one extra, like, row of wood, so it would be a little bit easier to discern. But I hope this looks familiar to you. Alright, so here's a bit of a funny thing. This is my friends like assisted me through that part, not only in the the design of that room. They wanted a refrigerator room. So I made a refrigerator room. And that's what you fall into. I don't know why that's what they wanted, but I went with it. It's a funny death at least. But yeah, I hope you remembered that map, because this is where things get a little... Yeah. It's a comfy looking bed. Inspect it. There's a stool under this bed. It's a comfy looking bed. under the bed. Is that a dead body? Yeah. And you can push this. That's a lot of bugs. Don't worry, I generally remember the pathway. But I didn't check this bed. It may feel a little weird that a character is afraid of a dead body after, well, killing a man. You know, I probably could have actually commented on that. Like, because this is Secret 5, you don't uncover this until after you've seen Secret 4. And in Secret 4, you know he very likely killed the guy. Or at least did something to him. So then he probably you're right in the fact that he probably shouldn't be disturbed by it. I can reach it now. Let's see what we got here. Some sheet music? Where the hell would I use something like this? Alright. Now, this one is an interesting one. Would you happen to, I'm gonna give some time for this. I actually want to get some more water in the meantime, but while I'm getting some more water, think. Do you happen to remember anywhere in the house that might use sheet music? I will leave you with that as I'll go get more water. Okay, I am back. And I have a filter full of water. Alright, let's do this. Well, I just remember that Meowth and the Pokemon Hammer had a crush on a Gardevoir and a Glaceon. Oh, I think I remember something like that, actually. I don't remember where it exactly was. I think it was in Alola, if I remember correctly. Now, if you thought the piano, which I see you have, you are correct. Do not play the piano. Place the sheet music first. Then play the piano. Huh? The piano spat out something. The master bedroom key. I don't know how, but the piano seems happy. Okay, so funny story, actually. You asked before if the piano actually, like, the tune that he played, if you just play the piano. You asked before if that was in reference to something. The first one is not. The second one, I had grabbed, like, notes from Angel Beats opening titled, like, My Soul, Your Beats. And I inputted them into, like, an online piano. It was supposed to sound like Angel Beats. It did not sound like that. It sounded like that. But I realized, wait, this actually really works because it sounds like ominous. So I decided to just go with that because, like, wait, this actually sounds spooky. Fitting the tone of the house. I should probably also save. Going where some men could only dream. This is the master bedroom. This is like the parents' bedroom. So I would say probably not. No, where real men dream of going is the refrigerator. Where real men dream of is going to the refrigerator room. Why do they have couches in their bedroom on the third floor? Because they're rich. Now, I actually did have something here. There's a mirror here. I can see myself in it. Oh, Tara, thank you so much for the hydrate. Also, welcome. Oh, water feels good right now. Yes, why do they have a bedroom on the third floor and an invisible door? Well, it's not quote-unquote invisible. It's just where it's positioned on this. It's well hidden, I think. But it also still makes sense within the house. I just woke up and drank. You have to, too. Thank you. With how much talking I've been doing, I appreciate it. As I was not paying attention, and I've not... Wait, if they're so rich, why is Mr. Safe Point a little brother? What would you make it? He's a classy little brother. Hell, you can argue that he has save point skills because he was rich enough to get. I'm talking out of my ass here, but a butler. Yeah, that could have worked. Actually, that might have worked better. is this? Use the knife. You cut up the caution tape. There is one death trap in this. There's still some water left in the bath. Because the kitchen knives aren't, well, important enough. What do you have there? A knife! No! Well, this is the first bathroom without a vent. Wait, yep, there's a vent. Look above the toilet. There's something inside the toilet. The animations are like, I shouldn't be proud of the animations because, like, all things considered, they're not actually that good, but I'm still proud of them. Any reason why a ghost was in the toilet by any chance? It's a good hiding spot. So you might be then wondering, what do you have to do? Instead, you approach the toilet from the side. Something in between the toilet and the wall. It's Haruna's bedroom key. I know there's a way down through the center, like through that like left column there, but I'll just go this way because I know it's safe. Now we go into where some men can only dream of. What the? Oh, wait. I didn't go into the... Oops. I was wondering why her bedroom door wasn't there. But it's like, because it's here. Something I should note, none of the secret rooms, like the rooms themselves, actually have any death traps. From the hidden, like, from the secret room in the cracked wall, the dressing room, the artistic storage room, the archive, and Haruna's bedroom. None of them have death traps. Haruna's bed. Smells nice. I would hope your friend's room had no death traps. Well, you never know. Nothing but clothes in here. The rose. It's wilting. Hey, I've seen this flower before. Ah. Hey. I still haven't found Takeshi's killer. I hope he gets caught soon. You okay? Yeah. You don't seem fine. I'm the only one left. My parents are no longer family. My relatives either shun me or are dead because of me. Friends? Well, you know how everyone thinks of me. You're the only one. You'll always be my friend, right, Haruna? Yeah. Yeah, I'll still be your friend. You will? That's great. Thank you, Haruna. Right. Ah, that's right. She's the only one. I need her. I need her, 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 I need her. I remember everything. All that's left to do is confirm one last thing. It looks like you're looking down onto the moon from this perspective. I can see that. If you've gotten all 5 secrets, ah, that's right. That night. Ah, it's such a beautiful night out. Have you seen the moon tonight yet, Akuma? Haruna, there's something I have to tell you. Hmm? What's up? Haruna, you've always been there for me. From first grade all the way up till now. And well, because of that, I love you, Haruna. Please, please go out with me. Let me ask you something, Akuma. Huh? You did it, didn't you? You killed Takeshi, didn't you? I knew it. I didn't want to believe it, but I knew it was true. Why? Why did you do it? I... sorry, sorry. We should just stop. What? I feel so uneasy around you now. I just can't do it anymore. Everywhere I go, I can't help but think of how you'll hurt me. It haunts me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go! I can't take it! So that's why... Huh? What? No. No. Akuma? What are you... Just as a side note, this art especially I really wish I could redo. Like, those hands are atrocious. And I just had a thought. Imagine you and Shiro take a sociopathic test. I actually kind of wonder how I would do on a sociopathic test. What? I'm so happy. I'm so happy you feel the same way. I've never been so happy before in my life. Let's spend the rest of our lives together, Haruna. Stop, please. I love you, Haruna. What's going on? I heard screaming. Haruna? Haruna! What the hell have you done to our daughter? Get out of our way! I don't know what to say about the emotions I'm feeling right now. Good. A classic case of alter ego. If I can't have her, no one can. It's like the scene of the story. You think so? I mean, if you think so, then I guess I did my job right. Ah, that's right. She accepted me. Plus... And I just can't take it serious. You just can't take it serious. Oh. Was it the art, or... Was it like the rest of the game? Because if you can't take it serious, if you can't take it seriously, that means I failed. No, I just feel like the art there. Yeah, yeah. Look. I'm not like at this point. I was not a good digital artist, but I did my best, especially because like again like I didn't really have any like I'm not like I'm okay with art, but I'm not. Especially back then, I was not good at like I was. I specialize more on drawing characters themselves and not the actual scenes. Like I would draw like a person, but like maybe like doing like one pose, but not really like like something like that. It was. Yeah, it's not your fault. You tried really hard. I expected a lot. I appreciate it. I do really wish though that like I could have like drawn it better, because that was yeah like the big scene in the story. But like that's all I had to work. Like that's all I could like work with. I would never make fun of someone's artwork, unless it's some sort of fetish art. I find it funny you bring that up, actually, and that'll come in later. Petition for Green to redo his digital art, specifically Green-chan. I mean, I'm getting slightly better at digital art, so I could probably do a lot better on a scene like this now. But it's a little late to do that now. Plus, there's no one who can stop us now. We'll be together forever now. You really are quite interesting. I have a question for you. Are you also in my head? Who knows? I'm just here for the show. You're no help. No, that hurts. But it's your choice whether we're real or not. Forget it. Regardless, what do you plan to do now? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to continue living my life with Haruna. I see. Are you leaving? I've shattered this barrier. I have no reason to stay here. And you and your friends will never bother me again. Now get lost. How cruel. You truly are most intriguing. Well, I wish you luck then. I know you're partially a poor. I'm not a poor artist. I just draw some not safe for work here and there. I'm home, honey. Were you waiting long? I'm sorry for being late. I was caught up in something. It's okay. I'm home now, aren't I? Let's spend some time together. It's been a while since we last did anyway. Huh? School? That doesn't matter anymore. I only need to be here with you. Arna. I love you. True end. Yeah, I could have done I could have done like the blanket and the sheets better, but I'm actually proud of how she herself turned out in that one. But yeah, that was my game from like 2 years ago. There's no way that me listening to Temmie Village is helping with the seriousness of this. Hey, I mean, if it contributes to the creepiness of him, then hell, I think I did my job. But yeah, that is my game. One of the things I really want to do is I really want to make another game, but the only issue is I don't have any like ideas. And even if I did, like I'd want to make sure I'm not working on it like fully alone. Like I'd want like maybe some artists to help out with me, like help me out. Or I mean, I could also like I can relatively do the artwork fine now, but yeah. Is there actually honestly the erased would be better? What do you mean the erased? But yeah, I don't know if it'll be, I don't know if I want to continue the stream or not. To be honest with you, like I don't know if because I know I mentioned I would do a. I feel like there could have been some sort of hint there was something in your bed. That's true, but I kind of wanted it to be like like you start out relatively trusting the dude, and then you slowly build up to not trusting him as the time goes on. So if we had a hint that there was something in our bed, I feel like it would kind of like it would automatically make him suspicious. The song that plays when you erase the game in Undertale? Oh, that game. Oh, you're talking about like the soundtrack that goes over that. Oh, I see. But yeah, I don't know if I want to do the speed run right now. I'm kind of actually done. I don't know. Do you guys want to see anything more? Or? I mean, he didn't question how you got locked into his locked house. Wait, whose locked house? But like, relatively speaking, what do you guys think of this game? Like, I did my best, but like, what do you guys think? Did I do okay? Obviously there's a lot of things I can do better. You got a key to enter his house. Oh, his house was never locked. He just never did anything outside of that. Like he didn't have a reason to return to his house, so he didn't return to it. He wouldn't allow himself to enter his house again. I think it definitely has a cool start to a story. No, I mean the younger brother. Oh, there was no key. What I was aiming for was the younger brother and all the spirits were delusions, and I mean that's why I was like trying to do with like with like his lines of like I've shattered this barrier. You and your friends will never bother me again, or like are you really there? Or are you just in my head? Like I wanted it to just be. Yeah, I don't know if I sold the delusions part that well. Story is okay, art is eh, I know. And foreshadowing is I don't know because I joined near the end. It has the plot elements leading up to the idea that you were a killer. Yeah, again, like that's the one I wanted to go for. I wanted like you slowly build up to like the point where like you just realize like I don't trust this guy anymore. I like the secrets and the puzzles idea. If I do another horror RPG, like if I do another like game, I want it to be another horror RPG because like these are the ones I really enjoyed making the most. I feel like I should ask why there's a demon child obsessed with color order. Yeah, I probably could explore. I could have explored that a little bit more, or at least maybe have something in his diary that explains why he's so obsessed with the color order. Why is there spirits? It's part of the delusions in his head. So one of the things to also like one of the interesting things I found out through I think another horror RPG was if you can delude it's rare but it's possible that you're so involved in your delusions that you actually believe that they're real to a point where like if your brain thinks that you're dead you actually will die like from shock. This I think was a point in Danganronpa. Like if you die like in a game or like a simulation, if you like die in a simulation, like your brain like thinks that you experiences the shock of being dead, so then you'll end up dying in the real world as well. Was the running thing in the backyard cellar important? Like what do you mean important? Like there's one thing though in the reveal of him being psychotic. Go for it. Why was the running in the... Oh, wait, why is the running in the backyard so... Like, why was it there? Just, like, so... Because... It was supposed to be, like, another puzzle. Like, another death trap. Like, how you would get out of... Like, how would you escape the cellar if you can't leave without making sure that this thing doesn't escape? It was just... Yeah. Maybe... I don't know. Do you think... I didn't think it needed, like, a crap ton of... Did it have any sort of meaning to it other than being an obstacle? No, I think it just felt like it was an obstacle. I do think that's crowd criticism. I probably should have added like maybe like a little bit more to it. Like I get the build-up. Family is dead. Friends are gone. Like that makes sense. Okay. By the way, guys, thank you so much for the criticism. But the sudden reveal of him being psycho in one scene. I mean, was it sudden? Was it? Because, like, this was in Secret Force, hints of it in Secret 5, and then fully shown in the final scene. So there were 3 scenes. Where, like, it, like, either showcases or hints to him being psychotic. You learned about her friend later in the secret he killed her friend. Yeah, or, like, implied that he did something to her, which I think it's, like, I do think it was, yeah, pretty obvious that he ended up killing him. But it's left ambiguous in that one until Secret 5. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for the criticism. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. Alright. I think, honestly, like, we've been live for about 2 hours now, so I think I actually am going to... Why is it on this? Yep, shoot. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? I don't know why it's doing that, but anyway. Other than the ending, I think it's pretty okay. Tara, I would like to ask, like, what would you change to the ending to make it better, or to like, yeah, like what would you change to it to make it better? I understand you came more so to the end, so I think you did miss Secrets 4 and 5, which were the build up to that. Which were the build up to that ending. But aside from like the art, could I ask like what else you think could be done to it to make it better? Yeah. My face on the internet's no secret. I've used it in a Fossil Fighters Champions playthrough. It's like it's no secret. In terms of who I should raid, okay, so part of me wants to raid Ovars. Another part of me wants to raid Diraiko. I'll do Ovars because Ovars is doing another horror RPG. It's called Yuppie Psycho Executive Edition. So, and in light of Friday the 13th, we'll do that one. You agree and interested in some sort of game for real today? I'm down. What do you have in mind? Okay, I think I'll raid Ovars tonight. But yeah, I am home, so I'm available for any. I'm available for any game. Let's see. The reveal a lot more in the end, like the rose scene and the ending scene, are relatively close to each other, and that kind of bothers me. Yeah, I can understand. That makes sense. Because there was like it was pretty much directly at the end. You get the hint for actually how to find that secret in the attic, which is like the last area, and the attic is just a giant hallway. So maybe add more scenes like he's hiding something, like maybe he like a deja vu or something. Oh, that could have been interesting. Maybe I could have added more to Secret 5. Or maybe like if you have maybe if you have all 5 secrets and then you walk down the hallway, then you start like getting senses of like deja vu as he walks down the hallway. Like maybe I should have done something like that. Like progressively more frequent. That makes sense. I'm kind of down for Smash. Although I think I also do want to stick around for Ovar's stream a little bit more, even after the raid, because I've been keeping up with her story, like the story as well, because I've never actually heard of Yuppie Psycho until she started playing it, and I do want to see like how it's like how the story is progressing. But yeah, if you guys have any more, I don't know, like early in the game, like every 1 to 10 minutes, and near the end, instead of one whole scene, it could be multiple scenes showing the murder or something. Oh no, not a game maker. Well, I think that's a valid point. Again though, like I, one of the things I was aiming for the most was I wanted it to be like you either fully or at least mostly trust him in the beginning, but as time progresses, you slowly like stop trusting him, but only through the secrets. Because if you see him, because I mean, if you go for the good ending, the quote unquote good ending, without getting any of the secrets, it's a pretty like one and done ending, but it's also like very unsatisfactory, and it doesn't feel good to get as an ending, which should encourage like for the true ending. But the true ending is what the secrets is what like actually includes hints and like and showcases that he may not be all right up there. And then like as you get from Secret 1 to Secret 5, you start distrusting him more and more until like by the end you don't trust him at all, and then the reveal. But yeah, I do agree that like yeah, I probably there's a lot of it I could have done a lot better. See, this is why I appreciate criticism. But yeah, that was my horror RPG, Kanojo No Ie. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me and enjoying this. Happy Friday the 13th. Also, Green, have you tried playing Pokemon Insurgents? I have. I know what it is. I've never actually stuck around enough to play it fully, though. It's like I've heard good things about it though. I've heard good things about it. But yeah, for right now, we are going to raid Ovars. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me for this fun little like this fun little shoot down nostalgia lane. And I don't know what I'll stream next. I might stream DDLC with Ticket if he's available. But I also might do some Smash or maybe some Moemon. So I guess we'll see. We'll see. But for now, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you all next time. Ciao for now.